To try to get a better sense of it from a neutral observer, we turn now to Bernard Barrett. He is a spokesman for the International Committee of the Red Cross, and he joins us tonight from Washington. Thank you very much for being with us.
My pleasure.
There has been, as we just point out, a lot of different accounts as to what's going on. The Israelis say there is not a humanitarian crisis in Gaza, but Palestinian officials say there is. From your people on the ground and what they see, how would you classify what's happening there?
The problems over the last few days have really compounded a situation which has been building up for months and months and months now. We're dealing primarily with the medical situation in the hospitals for the last few days. And what we're seeing now is that we have been able to get in enough material to cover the most urgent basic needs in the hospitals to treat the wounded for the time being. But a lot more is going to have to be brought in over the next few days. There's also the problem caused by the lack of access for material over the last many months. And so a lot of the material, a lot of the equipment is in a precarious state. It's in need of maintenance, it's in need of upkeep or repairs, and the spare parts have not been available until very recently. So this is another major area of concern.
But you are at least able, through the help of, I guess you must have the cooperation of the Israelis, to get medicine and supplies into the hospitals.
Yes, we've been able to bring in several truckloads over the last week, and to deliver this now to the hospitals, that's been the more difficult part because of the security situation. We have not been able to move around as freely as we would like to, but we have been able to carry out distributions to major hospitals, both in Ran Yunis and in Gaza City itself, so to deal with some of the more urgent needs there. There are other issues, for example, water systems which have been damaged, and where it is still not considered safe enough to go out and make the repairs to these systems at this point.
Mm-hmm. I know food is not an area, that's really the United Nations, but from what your people hear there, is there a concern about lack of food?
Yes, there's a concern. There's generally been a shortage of food and supplies in the stores. The reports we hear are of long lineups at stores, and also what little material there is, obviously the prices are skyrocketing.
Mm-hmm. Is it crisis, emergency, catastrophe?
I don't know, and I'm reluctant to try to choose adjectives. I think there are some very pressing needs now and some ongoing long-term needs. And obviously the major concern is for the safety of the civilians, both there and in the southern part of Israel.
Are you also providing relief to Israelis that are being targeted by Hamas militants?
We are working closely with the Magen David Adom, the Israeli National Society. They have not requested any specific assistance from us. They're a very well organized, very well endowed organization, but we are in close contact with them. And should there be anything that we could assist them with, we're obviously prepared to do that.
Bernard Barrett of the International Committee of the Red Cross. We appreciate you speaking with us this evening. Thank you.
My pleasure.